tend to play different type of the gaming styles, right?
Wow.
He just know exactly what is needed the most during the game. This player is the main brain behind all this.
Ziyan just needs 4,000 or 5,000 gold. That's all Ziyan needs. He just needs 4,000 or 5,000 gold for him to be able to have boots, for him to be able to have the Howling Emblem, and for him to be able to just have at least one small item for defense.
Wow.
And that's all he needs. He just needs 4,000 to 5,000 and then he's gonna be on.
And we have been talking about Ziyan for a while. Let's see, Tyrant has Guan Yu. Wow. Backline nightmare. Destroys every single backlines. Well, Foshan DRG.GK form a safe enough compositions for Luban number 7 to stay alive all the time, deal the damage. That will be a question.
That's gonna be the interrogative that we're going to jump in this whole game with. Is this going to be the last one? Or are we gonna keep moving forward? Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Already 2 against 2 rotation here in mid lane.
Look at where Pong is, trying to steal this blow away, doing this sneakily. Sneaky move with a smite.
Sneaky, and he comes in and he's going to find only Ziyan, the one target in between him and going back to his red.
Oh, this is really good. They sent 2 members, Molan, together in Pong, trying to having the maximum amount of damage, trying to clean the blue as soon as possible, and they did it.
Yes, and they were going to be able to protect their own blue.
Of course.
Right now, Pong is going to have a very big advantage compared to Highfive.
3 buff with 1 buff.
Nothing that he can do right now.
Oh, Molan.
Oh, look at that. Very aggressive. Coming in, jumps in and forces EDG.M back under his turret. Now Chiro is going to come. He has the blades come in, but it's not going to be a bullseye.
Yep. But the beginning of this match, I think it's looking good from the side of Baisho. From the side of GK, obviously. Baisho being the very tanky person, the only frontliner for DRG.GK. I mean, you do not have enough hopes for Guy, so Guy is very busy. In this game, he have to make sure Luban number 7 stays alive all the time, and also he needs to initiate. Yeah, very busy.
A man is so busy right now. He needs to do everything, and he's the oldest in this whole field.
Of course. Again, back into the mid lane. When you're losing track, when you do not have a fixed destination, moving towards the mid gaining, the wave wall will be one true thing to do.
Yes, of course. That's just always the answer, right? Your answer should always just be go to the mid.
Oh, Chino must be having those very accurate swords, targeted directly to Baisho. Baisho is brought really low, so you have to make retrieval back to the base.
We're going to have to retrieve back, and right now it's going to be the rotation back to mid one more time as eStarPro were able to protect that blue buff for Highfive.
This is very simple, butterfly effect. It's since you are lacking one of the frontliners, so you have to make yourself back to the base, which means that you cannot just repeat to do the invasion again, trying to gain the blue from Highfive side. So magically, that Highfive, this blue just went back to Highfive again. So that's going to be the finish of the invasion from DRG.GK. They only got the very first round of the buffs. And starting from now on, eStar might be returning them this kind of favor by invading into their jungles.
Wow!
The
Look
blue!
at that! He uses ult and takes the blue. Bad news for Pong. Amazing performance by Chiro.
Oh, there's nothing bad done by Pong. It's a matter of luck, a matter of predictions,
Of course, nothing that you can do.
Chiro has no vision there. It's just a try, matter of luck.
And he goes in, and the damage that is being dealt by the ultimate from Chiro and Dangaja and Moya. That could be the only thing that they could just find all the way until the back line of DRG.GK. That could be the biggest target.
I really hope that this kind of thing happened is not affecting the mentality of Pong, because getting your blue stealing away like this.
Look at that, they have eyes on Pong.
Okay.
They're coming in, the Forsaken contract takes it and suppressed down. Baisho comes in, Ziyan is still gonna be alive. He wants to reply back, but it's 4 people that surround the man and not let him go.
Perfect rotation, and DRG.GK is trying to steal 1 man down, securing down with the fire over there. But the damage is not enough.
Look at Zero, he wants to run away, but it's not going to be enough. The run comes in from behind and gets revenge back for his mid laner.
Like, fortunate news for Qingfeng, that final flame just secured this kill.
Yes.
Or otherwise, this trade is so uneven.
Sad for Pompong in there, like they had, the whole eStarPro had eyes on him. They knew that he was an easy target in there, and then surrounded by 4 people.
Like, either has
a difficult day for Pompong.
A very clear moves. It's
of course
like jungler meta. So as long as they have the laning advantages, they're going for you. They're going directly to trying to slow down the pace of Pompong. Pompong will always be the target.
Pompong always the target right over there, being slowed down. We know that Highfive is not going to be the core of this whole eStarPro's composition. But at the same time, Pompong is not being able just to have the level advantage that he needs.
I mean, there's something that we kept forgetting, neglecting. Like, say the personal goal from Marco Polo. It's completely okay.
Yep, of course. Look at that. Coming in, putting a target on E-Trunk. Agai comes in, but it's late. There are 4 people, 5 people from DRG.GK, and their goal is going to be this turret.
They wanted to take this turret so badly because they were rushing out to the top while Tyran gets the time to steal away this tier 1 turret in the bottom lane.
That's a good thing about just having a Gen.G in your composition, right? Like, it cleans waves so quickly.
I mean, it's not a fair trade. Like, GK does not have the tier 1 on the top.
No.
They're just losing 1 tower.
Yeah, that's bad news for them, right?
Yep.
Like, because at the same time, it just allows one more opening for Guan Yu to come in. And that's the main idea about just playing Guan Yu, just being able to find those openings. And the less turrets that you have, the harder it is going to be for Monglan to keep alive.
Those turrets standing up, offering the vision to your side is very important, so that we kept talking about how important the tier 1 in the mid, because you have to make sure you have the tower to protect you enough that you can do the rotations after mid laners, right? Another invasion here in the blue, while Highfive use the Maya to control the blue and steal it away and
the
go like a
Invincible
wind.
Warrior allows him just to come in, proc his ult, and be able just to run away, not only with the prize of the blue buff, but with his life as well.
I mean, fortunately, DRG.GK is really trying to stick together, trying to gain those towers, right? Like those bodyguards standing side by side, surrounding Monglan, trying to make sure this Luma number 7 is safe enough and can have those gold earned.
Now, Tanrani is the one that's going to be the target over there on the bottom lane. 3 people rotation around him, as we can see. eStarPro right now already with a 1,600 gold advantage in 7 minutes and a half.
But with the sprint available and the ultimate available at the same time, I think Tyran, Guan Yu, is safe enough just standing like in front of the tower. It's okay.
Oh, look at that. Highfive taking so much damage, has to proc his ult to be able to run away. At the same time that we saw E-Drone just pushing in the wave from top lane.
But this is like 2 different strategies. Like eStar is using 1-3-1 formation, trying to gain themselves like 2 winning lanes into the top and the bottom, which means that even though like DRG.GK, you are really aggressive standing in the mid, but you are like started to lose some initiative when it comes to those waves rushing into your tier 2 turret. You have to rush back. It's a very typical like countering strategies.
eStarPro knows that the key for them to win this game is going to be the vision that they can provide for Guan Yu to find the right angle back to the backliners.
That 1-3-1 going against 1-4, super good.
Ah, look at that. One more blue that is going to be for Zero. He keeps just controlling those. Pompong cannot see even one. Highfive puts pressure from the back, allowing E-Tron just to take this turret to 1/3 of its HP.
I mean, Ejin is really feeling good. Like, this Marco Polo can be everywhere. He's played like a freelancer, but he's gonna be there eventually.
Oh, the Razor Cavalry comes in, and it's gonna be put by Show extremely low. Now it's gonna be Highfive, the one that is gonna jump is going to be brought in back. Monglan does not have enough damage, but then it's going to be final. Taken in, out. 1-to-1 trade for both sides.
And this time, Highfive does not have enough like tankiness to soak in those kind of burst damage from Luba number 7 and Qingfeng at the same time.
Like, he does have his ultimate, right? And his ultimate is going to allow him just to become extremely tanky, but not enough. Not enough. That Monglan right now still getting a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger by the minute. Broken Star Maze.
I mean, the strategy remains the same for DRG.GK. They just want to make sure the mid lane will be controlled so that they will have the vision over the river so they can make better moves than eStars. But like this Marco Polo is a sign of danger.
Yes.
You know, it's well farmed. And right now, it seems to me like with those dashes available, that this Marco Polo will be very hard to catch up on. He'll be everywhere. Free to rotate from the map.
It's going to be really hard, and Tyrion is being extremely accurate at the same time.
Yep.
That is actually the biggest problem right now for
DRG.GK.
Look at that. EDG is going to have to use his ult out of there because he was in fatal danger. One more time, Agai wants to jump in, gets only onto Yam, but there's going to be Pumpa coming in from behind. Look at him.
He's not going to do a 1 versus 4. That's irrational, like retrieving back into better decisions. Oh, that's really dangerous, like EDG is losing the Purify as a prize for standing up so closely towards the backliner from DRG.GK. A little mistake made by your side might result badly. Like DRG.GK is gaining the full vision. Monglan,
one more time. They've got vision. They know exactly where Guan Yu is, so they know that they can step in there. Tyrion being so accurate right now is just a huge threat for DRG.GK. Like if they want to win this thing, like Tyrion's presence in there is just
look at Guan Yu.
A huge flag for them.
Look at Guan Yu.
Like he wants to run around, but they have eyes on him. Look at that. Monglan.
Well, this kind of positioning will make like GK extremely painful because there's no way to go.
They cannot go left, they cannot go right.
Yep.
They can only see how eStarPro is trying to use that Tyrant, just invite them, lure them in.
They're kind of cornered if the team fight actually goes on.
Monglan, no mana. Bad news for him because he won't be able to contest this one. The Tyrant is just coming to half of its HP. Baisho jumps into the fight. They've got eyes on Guan Yu because Pompon can spot him down there. This Tyrant has been going on for such a long time. Xian wants to come.
Oh,
Monglan being taken extremely low.
Wow.
And right now, that is the cue for him to get out of there.
That will be the ending point for this dragon. That eStar is basically using this dragon to trying to attract their attention, trying to bring themselves up front and joining the team fights. And like DRG.GK is really struggles a lot, right? They're choosing, they're hesitating whether we're going forward, whether they're going directly to the dragons, but they have to make sure that the Duma number 7 stays safe, like Qingfeng had the fire. There's so many things they have to pay attention to. So if you hesitate, like in front of eStar, you're definitely giving themselves those opportunities.
They're just trying their very best just to try to keep that mid lane turret.
Look
They're really
at the
trying
top lane.
really hard.
Look at the top lane. Those waves. High ground tower it is.
High ground tower. Ethan has green light to go in for that one. Nothing that Monglan can do because Master Lupin is not close to him to protect.
I mean, one lucky news for GK. This is a Marco Polo. Like Marco Polo having the least damage when it comes to tearing down turrets.
One more time.
All right, finally.
Finally, they're going to take on that one.
They spent in total like 13 minutes trying to take this tower down. Finally, they did it. Make it happen.
Now, the problem is this one. When you have a composition like Guan Yu, having them just being able to protect their high ground is not the one thing that you want. You actually want them to come out.
Yep.
So losing that turret in there might give you the opinion, or it might give you the idea that that is good for DRG.GK, but everything has been working their way right now.
You can have a clearer picture of their backlines.
Right now, as they're going to start pushing in deeper and deeper, that's going to give Guan Yu a lot more options.
Using the ultimate.
Using the ultimate, but Monglan is still alive. He still has a great possession. The Forsaken contract comes in and he takes him down. Baisho is the one that is going to come and reply back. Monglan extremely low and still alive.
Beautiful combos, like DRG.GK have the best Luban pair.
Yes.
Existing in whole KPL, whole AIC. Look at the Pure Sky used by Monglan. Magically make himself alive till this point.
How did he survive that?
I don't know.
He was nailed down by the Forsaken contract. and he received all the damage coming in from Tiron. Let's just watch the replay one more time.
I mean, like, Hua is very, very determined to initiate it like this, going directly to the face of Luba number 7. I'm not so sorry, but Ziyang is way out of like distance. The ultimate is not like put out. When he not get on the target.
When he comes in to get on him, like it's wide, and that's the reason why Monglan is able to survive that one. Now look at that. Right now it's Foshan DRG.GK. They completely forgot that 40 minutes ago everyone was thinking that it was going to end up in a 4-0. And look at them right now just being the ones that owning the whole valley.
It's like the semifinals all over again, right? The semifinals, it's a 1-3. And right now, it's a 1-3 again. And DRG.GK is still leading in this game 5. If they succeed in winning this, like 2-3, the ultimate battle is going to happen.
Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
All right, let's go. Monglan is still in a great angle. Guan Yu does not find a position how to rotate around because Pong Pong has eyes on him all the time. Look at where Guan Yu is right now.
Very far from the crowd.
He cannot be part of the mix right now.
Yep. The best information from Tyran is he's hiding his vision so that DRG do not dare to go any further, or otherwise they will be extremely dangerous. And if you have a Guan Yu in your composition, you always have hope. You always have
all the time.
One good team fight will bring you the victory. That's simple.
That's the only thing that they need. They just need for Foshan DRG.GK just to blink. If they blink once, that's gonna give eStarPro the option for them to start this.
You know, from this time on, this Luba number 7 will be very difficult trying to tackle down with a pure sky built by himself. And wow, the extra shield offered by Agai. All right, the dragon.
It's going to be defeated by Marco Polo, so that Tyrant is going to go for eStarPro. That is the problem, right? Like Monglan, he might be able just to steal a lot of HP back because he's right now has 13.4k. Like he is so built up. But at the same time, the burst damage coming in from Tiron, it's gonna be his biggest threat.
It's very hard for Ziyang to play Donghua Taiyi at this point. We have been talking about this. There's no use for you to trying to have your ultimate on to Baishou. From this time, it's 17 minutes. We only seen like 2 or 3 times of Ziyang using the ultimate. It's not that they have no targets. They kept like meeting with one another during the team fights. But because you do not have enough like perfect angle, so he just decided, I'm not going to use.
Been the problem.
Yeah, I'm not going to use ultimate.
The angles are the reason. The angles are the reason why for Ziyang it's been really hard just for him to proc his Forsaken contract every single time. Now let's wait and see what we can do. The rotation right now by Baishou has eyes on everyone. Tanran comes in, Monglan still having a great position. E-Tron is going to take the turret down, and the target is going to be the red buff right now. One more time, Ziyang comes in, but it's going to be wide. Monglan's still alive. He's dealing damage. Team Fun with the fire is going to try to push eStarPro back.
Like flash trading to flash. From now on, what like eStar should be doing is like make good use of the Pokken from Marco Polo. Like Marco Polo have the red all the time. Like use your first of all, using your bullets, trying to make sure that the frontliners, the HP bar will not be full, ready for the battle of the dragons, right? And Tyran managing the waves all the time, going to the top, going to the mid, going to the bottom, trying to offer the entire like team like better laning, better waves.
It's just like the way that we are seeing this match right now. You do not have one team that is fully controlling everything.
Like
you
Pokken.
see eStarPro is being able to control the vision. Like they've got most of the map under their control. But at the same time, in all the times that they're starting to fight against Foshan DRG.GK, they're not being able just to take on that last push, that last hit that could give them the trophy.
Like Eternity Blade will be the final weapon like EDG choose to play, like to maximize the burst damage. They want to kill this Luba number 7 within seconds. Because one more second you hesitate on this kill, you might be like countered back, fighting back. You do not want to underestimate the damage from Luba number 7, especially in the late game. And let's see the time, like nearly 20 minutes. Those damage hard to handle.
Nobody's going to be able to contest that Shadow Overlord, and then it's going to go uncontested. And we're moving 30 seconds away from the Tempest Dragon.
Fully decked out with no boots, but a succubus cloak available for Mulan. Yeah, it's true. Like, if you're playing Luba number 7, you don't need to move.
No.
So you don't need to waste room for the boots.
Who needs no boots? A man is barefoot going around. They've got eyes on Tyran. It's going to be initiated, brought back in. They want to deal the damage, trying to make this a power play, but it's going to be Tsuyan, the one that is going to save his life. EDG.M has a great angle. He's going to be spotted by Paisho. He needs to check on that bush.
Yep.
He comes in and finds out EDG.M. And 20 minutes tells us that the Tempest Dragon is online, ladies and gentlemen.
Who is going to be the master of the Tempest Dragon?
Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Everyone's got their ultimates available right now. This could be the fight that could decide everything. Pong already has eyes on the Tempest Dragon.
Look at Tsuyan! Getting closer to the 107 and getting the ultimate onto the target!
But it's not gonna be available. Monlang is still alive. He's gonna flash away. Has a great angle. Come in one more time. He's gonna resurrect. Comes in. Pulls out. Now it's gonna be Agai, the one that's gonna come. They've got eyes on Tsuyan. This is going to be that. Only Team Feng fell. They've got the Tempest Dragon as well.
No. Let's wait and see what will be the result for this match. They have a wave ahead of it, but Marco Polo and Kai will be remaining alive, and Marco Polo have no ultimate. Will they be able to finish the wave right now?
It's going to be the minions coming in. Huahai is going to be pushed back.
They are pushing the
crystal. They're pushing in. 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches. Game 6, we're going on, ladies and gentlemen. We are live